Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with more 922. Now, last episode was a mindfuck and a half. It did explain some things, but yet I'm still confused on a lot of other things. Like, I don't know why that forum post that Ian showed Spencer tipped him off. And I don't know why it reminded him of his grandfather and his father. I don't know, maybe it was just there and I'm clearly an idiot because I didn't understand it fully. Who the fuck knows? But I did get the gist of his grandfather, Mr. Fisher, changing his name to separate himself from his family so that he can help the government with the fucking RLG. That's what I got the gist of that, at least. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue, shall we? People handle grief in interesting ways, don't they? Some are overcome with anger, lashing out with low regard for themselves or those around them. Some, less emotional, take a more methodical approach and seek to hold whoever is responsible liable to their actions. Others refuse to accept the presented reality and look for deeper answers. Others still take it as an opportunity to better themselves in case they could prevent a future misfortune. And then there are those who obsess. Those who spend years and years condemning the victim in blind belief that they could have prevented their own death, telling themselves that their lives would have been so much better had the victim not died. I'd imagine that such people, once they snap out of it, must feel like right idiots. Spending so much of their life on a premise that may not even be true. A sheet of light glows brightly on my arms as I make my trek. Not a cloud in the sky. The air is warm and stifled, as if it gorges itself on deli meat and is not worried it will hurl if it moves too fast. Well, that's a visual. It's 9 a.m. on a Thursday. Such a weird, nothing time. Everyone's already either at school or work or had altogether decided the day is not worth it. There's no one around to avoid eye contact with. The only sound is the shuffle of the occasional car in some nearby street. The guards promptly end their conversation the moment I come within eyeshot. Oh yeah, we're gonna meet up with Mr. Fisher. He has to be with us next week. So yeah. A new pair of guards. A different pair, with smaller guns and uniforms that are less black. They stand at attention and listen when I tell them my name. I'm here for Nelson Fisher, I say. Is this the right place? I have an appointment with him. I am so nervous because I don't trust this Fisher guy. Because he could do some fucked shit to us.
Well, what do you know? My unruly grandson decided to show up after all. You aren't that thick in the head, I don't believe. Neither do I take you for the type to have given it all up. So I have to wonder.
Once again, I am changing his voice every fucking part he is in.
Are you here to bargain? Could it be that you've done something that you wish you have not? You wouldn't be the first. Otherwise, I hope that whatever scheme you and your little friends cooked up holds water. Because, you see, your mirror took no time at all to figure it out.
Mama, pick me up, I'm scared. Do you have a gun? What fucking course he had a gun? A fucking course he had a gun! Ah! Oh my god.
What happens to people who die inside the gates?
I mean, we knew he had a gun, but honestly, I knew he was gonna point at us at some point. Jesus Christ. Hadn't seen Angie since She turns at her teeth like she's trying to suck something out from between them. 2 weeks ago, Wednesday? He's been tutoring freshmen this year. Maybe someone at the math faculty knows. Neither Kurt nor Andrew answer their phones. Can't blame them. After everything, I wouldn't answer me either. It does force me to go through the inconvenience of seeking them out, though. Gosh, Andrew Park, He frowns down at his fingers as they drum lightly on the keyboard. Sorry, bud. Yeah, he's been here, but I haven't seen him lately. Did you try the council? My hands are cool and dry in my pockets. I've all but forgotten about my breath. It's steady. I don't have to think about it. Chatting up these strangers is no big deal. What's the worst that could happen? They think I'm a prick? Not like I ever had any issue with that. Everyone thinks I'm a prick anyway.
What? Young man, I'm not Park's guardian. If you miss him so much, why don't you try calling him? Anything else? No? Then excuse me, you're making me late, bitch.
Ew, I hate that sound so much. Picked up the phone. I hate that sound. Oh my god. Forget it. The 8th time is just as pointless as the 7th. I no longer have the patience to wait for it to get to the answering machine. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose. I pull a folded up flyer out of my pants pocket. Had to dig to the bottom of my drawer to find it. It's the pamphlet Andrew gave me all the way back on the day we first met. Andrew has 2 numbers written next to his name. One of them is the one I have saved on my phone, but the other one is some unknown thing. Doesn't look like a landline, but hope his mom doesn't answer. Actually, who cares? Oh god, he's gonna call again? Oh? Huh. Where's that coming from? Let's try that again. His phone's nearby. It's coming from the classroom right there. His phone's in there. I doubt he's in there as well, but I don't know. We could be optimistic. Andrew? I listened in closely for half a minute. Come in. He's in there.
Yo.
Wait, Kurt's in there too? What the hell are they doing? Why were you guys hiding? We've been trying to look for you forever. How's it going?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Cool.
You, Andrew? Fantastic. Andrew's standing in between a couple of desks aligned to form a semicircle around him. There's a cardboard box on one of them, and beside it are a myriad of documents, folders, and binders organized into tall stacks. I recognize a few of them from the night the 3 of us spent in a cabin on Ian's birthday. Nostalgic. For me, that is. No one else remembers. So... I nod towards Andrew. You 2 are still on that?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm just helping Andrew pack his stuff.
What, did he get fired or something?
He stepped down.
Andrew slaps the papers he's holding softly down on the table and straightens up. That's right. Yeah. My apologies, Spencer. I'm afraid I will no longer be able to provide you with tutoring. Leslie Carter will be taking my place. She had already been updated with your academic stats along with a written record of my impressions. She's a great tutor and a personal friend of mine. You're in good hands. Oh. Well, I was just gonna run away anyway. Thanks? Why'd you quit?
What do you think?
Andrew's papers fanned Kurt dismissively. It's alright, I don't mind explaining such things. If, of course, you care to hear it. I'll hear it. What's up? Nothing has changed from your end, has it? Spencer looks a lot more better now. Because I remember like the last few days, he looked like he was practically wasting away, but this one he looks a lot more lively. Kurt takes a step back to blow a cloud of smoke towards the back of the room. Can you fucking stop smoking, especially in a closed space? I have been informed on the details of your latest exploits, you understand? And, as you put it, nothing had changed. Professor Reed, my supervisor, hadn't made any signs that anything is off. Suspiciously so, as though he's completely blind to anything that's been going on. Difficult to say if he truly is. Regardless, it appears he's perfectly content with letting me carry on with my job. And I could carry on with it, in theory. Is that what you propose that I do? I guess? So what, you finally got sick of Reed? Is that it?
Yes.
He takes a deep breath and then blows it out through his cheeks. You will not believe how very much so. Wouldn't doubt it. So, what will you do now?
What will I do? Regarding what?
Are you leaving the council too?
I am.
Doesn't that interfere with your, honor student thing?
It does.
So
what?
Spencer, what are you actually asking about? Huh? I'm just making conversation. You are just making conversation. The corners of his mouth tighten. Sorry, I shouldn't be taking it out on you. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm a touch frustrated over the entire thing. Reed is merely the tip of the iceberg for my choice. I'm planning to move. You're leaving? Fleeing, I'm sure you wanted to say. Suppose that I understand where you're coming from. It does seem like I have been implicitly pardoned. Technically speaking, I have got very little involvement in, Mr. Fisher's affairs compared to you two. I could leave at any moment, truth be told. My one remaining semester here is mainly for show. My inbox is chock full of offers from either coast. Were I to drop everything and relocate, it is unlikely that my life would not be comfortable. My parents are always wanting to move, and I have confirmed with them that they still do, so that's not an issue either. But you have it until now. And now I am. His palms rub for a few seconds on top of the desk, as if to wipe off some non-existent grime. This line of question is taking me a bit by surprise, I must admit. Are you, out of all people, implying that I should keep my job? It seems pretty important to you.
It was.
And it isn't anymore?
It's not.
How should I put this? Well, Kurt had heard this story before, but let's say that when I was younger, I went through some troubling times, and as a result of those times, I put it into my head that if I just put my mind to it, if I'm just a bit better than everyone around, I might be able to live a happier life. It's not an uncommon sentiment, I'm sure you agree, and I don't claim I have found it to be entirely incorrect. The problem lies in the path that I choose to implement it. There's no run to the social ladder you can rise to where you stop getting pushed around, as a younger me had hoped for. Even if you're the head of faculty themselves, a day will come where you will be forced to bend over backwards for some lawless crook. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Was the council that bad? The council? Oh, don't take it the wrong way. It's not like that. Not horrendously so, anyway. I wouldn't have gone where I am if I didn't consider at least a few of them, my friends. I don't regret my time at the council, but it is time to move on. What about Ian? What about him? Oh, even Kurt's not happy. What? Okay, I need to stop rating things into the future. What about him? I'm getting worried, Spencer, but I'll answer the question. Regrettably, I had to embellish the story I gave them, but spoke with Ian and his parents. I believe that presently they're considering their options. It seemed like Ian was notably surprised by my plea. Is it possible that you have spoken to him before me? Why are you suddenly so invested in where I go or don't go? Yeah, Spencer, why is that? Kurt stomps down on his spent cigarette butt and kicks it towards the back of the class. How much did you tell him? Everything. Everything? Don't tell me you bought into Fisher's lame bluff. How much of everything? As much as I can remember. Did something possibly occur in the other worlds? Andrew starts to reflect on the word. Then, he makes an exasperated noise out of the back of his throat and shakes his head. He looks so done. No, you know what? I don't want to hear it. You should be saluting me for not jumping on the nearest Greyhound and screaming all the way out of town. There is a hell device underneath the floorboards that has the power to manipulate reality itself by some inscrutable quantum logic, and our adversary, a literal murderer, is the one who has managed to work it out. That is what this is about, is it not? What you're trying to lead me to talk about in that sufferable, vague way of yours. His teeth gnash shut as he looks down into his boss for more words. Call me a coward, that is what you want. It would be telling a lie if I claimed that I'm content with this decision. But what's left to do anymore? We've poured through all the documents and put all the puzzle pieces together to form a complete picture. And to what end? Mr. Fisher has eyes and ears planted anywhere there's power, and he barely makes an effort to cover up that fact. I had planned to submit everything to the police, but if he can't just undo it at will, yeah, there's no point. He throws up his hands. So, what, you plan on staying? You aren't? Are you fucking insane? I'm not sure. I haven't done tested yet. Spencer, I hardly believe you're here to ask us to stay. What is it that you want? You must have called me dozens of times. I take a deep breath. Aside the multitudes of residual aches, there's no tightness in my muscles. My heart is soft. My nape is dry. There is no doubt remaining that this is what I must do. What should you must do? I have reason to believe Fisher's more dangerous than just a murderer. I need your connections, and I need your brains. Both of you. Can I please ask for your help? Pardon? You want what? The gate, the RLG, whatever. He's learned how to manipulate it only a few years ago. On the other hand, everyone here lived as if weird shit had been going on for decades. That's what the gate does. It's organic. It reverberates backwards and chases the past in a way that only sort of makes sense if you don't think about it. All to keep both of its ends in sync. That is what he told you to, isn't it? He downplayed it and deflected his involvement with it. Made it sound like it was an inevitability, as opposed to something he had intentionally done. I'm saying whole chunks of your life may have been false. False as in the gate made them, I mean. They're real now.
Are you sure about this?
Yes. Plenty of people had access to the basement at the Jefferson building over the years. None of them have anything to do with it.
How do you know?
Or rather, me from the other worlds. That's not the only person he killed. Not by a long shot. I don't know what his agenda is or how many people he got that way, but there's a reason why we never heard of any of them. He wiped them all straight out of history. Interesting. Those are rather some serious allegations, Spencer, but Fisher is expecting me to show up at the basement in a few days. If we're careful and we combine our efforts, I'm confident we'll be able to catch him off guard. Oh, so this is like a flashback. Okay, I thought like, how the fuck did we get out of that basement when Fisher was holding a gun at us? Okay, that makes sense.
Answer the fucking question, Spencer. How the fuck do you know all this?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? A needle shoots through my heart. No way out of it, I have to tell them. They should know. Are you gonna explain that forum post and why it sent you off? I remembered something. Same thing the other me remembered. We knew Fisher, sort of, for a few years. He killed my dad.
What?
I think that's... Wait, but your dad died during a botched operation, right? How did Fisher kill your dad? That man has to be stopped. Spencer, what the hell? Explain. Hi, Spencer. The scheme that me and my little friends cooked up? Wait, are we Fisher now? It's a surprise. Good morning, Grandpa. Before you shoot me, I have a couple of wonderings of my own. If you don't mind, of course. Why'd you kill me and why'd you kill Dad? I get it. Self-defense, you called it. I'll take it. It made sense. We tried to stop you and you preferred not to be stopped. Having said that, something's been bothering me. It wasn't Dad or me or anyone we know that you started with. So what's the deal? Are you on a revenge plot or some similarly stupid shit? Oh!
Oh!
He looks older now, thank God.
Well, what an entrance. For a moment there I forgot which end of the gun was aimed at who. Are you sure you're in any position to chit-chat so freely?
You won't shoot me.
Says who?
Got a hunch.
A hunch, huh? I've heard that one before.
He huffs out a small laugh under his breath.
Fate must be whispering in your ears. What impressive confidence, just like the last time we met here. How long have you been like this, I wonder? Maybe I should take you out of your misery. After all, the gate is under no obligation to bring you back.
Yeah, but like, did they just say you need me alive for some reason?
You read me like an open book. I won't shoot you. Not yet. Not before I tell you about me and about the gates. If there's a shred of chance there's still some of you in there, Spencer, it's important that you hear it. Even if solving me is part of your plan, I'll make it short. 40 years, Spencer. Do some quick math for me. How long was it that I left you on World A before you and Kurt Abrams concocted a whole Hollywood fairy tale to ram your way back to World B? 2 weeks? Doesn't feel very good, does it? To live your life out to see yourself age, all as if you're invisible. As if you're outside reality.
watching from the sidelines as your friends and family slowly forget who you were. If you need a pithy answer as to why I am how I am, that is it. That's how long I lived it. It was 40 fucking years. Damn, dude. The 1971 incident had a cleanup crew assembled for it by the higher-ups. One bright morning, months after the incident, they called us all in. Everyone's jobs and outstanding missions were terminated immediately. They changed my name, handed me a booklet with my new identity, and signed me to Group B. Group A would stay on World A and Group B on World B, until further notice. I had 48 hours to say my goodbyes to Betty and Michael. If they really sold us on that until further notice business, we all fell for it. The physicists figured out the whole dominant world thing from the word go, but due to how the project was operated, they missed one crucial detail. See, back then, it wasn't like how it is now. Back then, people would enter and leave the RLG daily, often multiple times a day. The worlds used to realign seemingly at random. Sometimes World A would be dominant, and other times it would be World B. Once all activity ceased, however, he raises his eyebrows at me. Oh? The world's got stuck? Exactly. World A became permanently dominant, which means that for the next 40 years, myself and everyone else in Group B was stranded in pseudo-reality. You died. If I had a flair for the dramatic, I would call that an understatement. Betty was compensated for my disappearance, but they kept her in the dark. I wasn't there to watch my son grow. I wasn't there to be a husband for my wife. When Michael graduated college, got married, had you. I've heard of it, but I wasn't there. Months turned to years, and years turned to decades. I spent my 30s, 40s, 50s, and most of my 60s in the same routine. I'd wake up, watch sports, my shows, and the news, and then go back to bed. Not much else you can do when anything you do disappears. A pathetic existence for a man made pathetic. And then, years after he lost hope, this old man noticed something. The pharmacist I've been buying Bengay daily for years from recognized me. He thought I had dementia, told me I already got my damn knee medicine yesterday. I went back to my apartment and there it was on top of my desk. You will never experience as much joy as I have for this one tube of topical cream. So you're called Dad? Don't be stupid, of course not. What, do you think I'm the only one out of Group B who was unhappy with the administration? Many things happened over the years. I've had to figure it all out by myself. This pathetic man with his pathetic existence did have one thing going for him. Everything I'd ever done was pardoned and forgiven the next day. 40 years is a long, long time to learn, to experiment. I kept refining my methods and expanding my knowledge day after day and year after year. It's all in my head. Nothing I wrote on paper would stick. When it finally happened, when I finally got my agency back, I set my plan in motion. Only then I called you Dad. How'd it go for you? If you remember your father, then you remember how it went for me, smartass. He and I got along about as well as you and I do. Couldn't get on the same wavelength, so to speak. God is my witness, we tried to make it work. I bet you'd heard how hard we tried to make it work. Michael wasn't exactly a quiet man. My jaw tightens. So, what? When Dad cut you off, you just decided to take it out on the town? On the administration. And no, not at first. Not at first? Don't get the wrong impression. Those people I killed were corrupt and evil. There's no lens through which you look that would paint their death as anything but a net positive for society. Well, you're one to talk. You have to take my word for it. They deserve to die. And so do I? Much like how I deserve to die. Wouldn't you agree? Well, despite how great it felt, I wasn't in it for some petty revenge. Then what was it?
Your parents wanted nothing to do with me. Without a family and without any friends, there wasn't much left for me. I only have so many years remaining. The gate, the Rockland looking glass. It's a miracle device. The only thing it can't do is bring someone back from the dead. And I found out its secrets, how it determines which world to erase. Just by merit to having exclusive access to it for a few months. Suddenly, I have the means to change my past. A new idea came to mind. If I play my cards right, if I arrange for events to force the gate to alter history, I might be able to scope having lived the life I never had. Needless to say, I failed. Ran out of people to kill.
Well, that's good to know.
If you came to stop me, then you came here for nothing. I'm not killing anyone anymore.
Then why were you pointing a gun at me?
Save for one.
Oh, there's that.
There's only one item remaining on my agenda, Spencer. Are you ready?
Just about. So what? A dense heatwave blasts my face, as if I walked into an oven. Some idiot must be overcompensating for the temperature outside. Superheated by the AC, the smell of industrial cleaner almost overwhelms the scent of fake pine from the Christmas decorations for sale already by the entrance. Save for the buzzing of the overhead fluorescent fixtures, it's dead silent. Far too cold for crickets, and far too cold for anyone, no matter how hungry they are, to show up at a 7-Eleven at this time of night. Wait, so what? So, did we get shot? Surprisingly, my tuna sandwich is front and center on the shelf here. I flip it to the ingredients list. It's salad, tuna, mayo, corn, diced pickles. My beloved, here she is. Likewise, booze is uncomplicated. I weave through the aisles and pick up a couple of PBRs. The cashier is absorbed in his phone, so I have to wave my hand at him awkwardly for half a minute before he takes notice. Excuse me. Shoot, sorry sir, how may I? Oh, you're alive? Wait, what's happening? What do you want? Harsh. I want my egg salad sandwich, bitch. Hi. I wanted you to know I'm not dead yet. I told you, didn't I? I'm not that other Spencer that died on that day. Oh. Thanks, I guess. So what are you going to do? Did Andrew get you up to speed on what's going on? He rotates my sandwich in both hands until the barcode scanner dully beeps. We had a chat about it, yeah? Let me tell you, my folks are not keen on packing their bags and leaving everything behind. We've been here for generations, you know? The plastic bag crinkles loudly as Ian pushes it around to make room for my beer. So, when is your flight? Monday morning, next week. I pass him a $20 bill and the cash register pops open. He counts the cents and, when I refuse to take them, he dumps them into a Slurpee cup labeled tips. Isn't that a bit too late? Sorry, I'm out of the loop. Isn't your note in a couple of days? Is this another flashback? It is. Ian takes the receipt out of the cash register. You're crazy. It's not unlikely. He drops the receipt into my bag. My throat starts seizing up, so I take in a deep breath to counteract it. Have a nice day? Actually, What? Hold on. I want to tell you something. And after we acknowledge it, I want us both to forget it. You know. So we can move on with our lives? Got any time for that? I guess. What is it? I breathe in. I breathe out. It only aggravates the unease in my stomach. I have been bad. Like, really bad. Towards you, I mean. Terrible. And I know you'd never forgive me, but I wanted to apologize anyway. I mean, you said sorry so many times, and I did too, but also I kind of didn't, sort of. Just didn't seem fair, you know? No reaction. The AC must be somewhere overhead because the heat's getting unbearable. The collar of my shirt itches like crazy and my palms are starting to sweat. I swallow, and I liked it. I'm sorry for, let's see. Well, first of all, for making you think I'm gonna die. And for keeping you in the dark, until a few days ago. And it was not okay of me to run off like that, and I'm sorry, truly and honestly. And I guess in general, sorry for being kind of a fucker. Like, I didn't think of it like that at the time, but I might have led you on at one point. Maybe more than one point. I think you're kind of cool, Ian. You didn't deserve having to deal with my cold ass shit. Sorry. That's what I wanted to say. Is that all? Sort of. I fight the urge to rub the skin out of my eyes. Though I kind of thought we could watch some anime together. Or something. You know, for old time's sake. I don't know. Let me check with my manager first. Not this again. What's happening? Aww. I think you're kinda cool, Ian. You pushover. Who sent you to beg forgiveness with me this time around? Don't think I've ever seen you so agitated. Aww. No one did. I just had a good night's sleep. Are you flying back to your mom? Yeah. Send me your address. I'll visit you over winter break. If you want, that is. I repositioned my face to speak more freely by dragging it across his jacket. That would be cool. Spencer? Yeah? What are you planning to do? I'm going to confront Fisher. I hope you know what you're doing. My chest expands against his. He smells like 2-in-1 shampoo, the cheap fucker. Ian, there's another thing I want you to know. It's important. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but repeat it to yourself over and over. Write it down, tell someone you trust. Things are about to get fucky. How fucky? Unbelievably fucky. I squeeze him tight to make sure he hears it. But no matter what happens, I'll seek you out, alright? I won't let you become like one of those internet crazies you love so much. I promise you that. I swear. That's ominous. I'll remember it. Thank you, Spencer, I think. Aww. They look so adorable together. Hey, I've been thinking. And stop me if I'm out of line, right? But this Fisher guy... What about him? Didn't he say there used to be an entire organization working on the gate? Couldn't you just, I don't know, ask them for help? He'd kill them all. Ian. Or did he? Andrew and Kurt are helping me out with this, you know? How stupid do you think we are? Ooh. There's a lot of footsteps happening. Oh? I see. That's unfortunate. Out of everything you could have come up with, it had to be that? What did I tell you, Spencer? Are your friends resourceful or what? I wonder, Grandpa. Do you remember Shirley Solis? She tried explaining it to me for 15 minutes. Why you don't need the newspaper clippings anymore. Went right over my head, unfortunately. Besides that, lasers and quartz crystals are somehow involved. Real cool stuff. Seemed like you pissed a lot of people off over the years. Once you're down in contact with Barry O'Neill, it's like he had everyone on speed dial. Before you know it, like 20 of us were all at Alan Gold's house. Do these names sound familiar? They all know you. This is interesting. Truth be told, me and Kurt and Andrew barely had to do anything. These people, they had a plan at the ready. All they needed was a little push. A trigger. Some certainty that their target would be down here at a certain time. Oh? You really brought the band back together. Hadn't seen any of these faces in what seems like 40 years. How many bullets do you have in that gun of yours, Grandpa? No one here has a mirror, and we're all here on our own accords. Kill me if you must. It won't affect anything today. Aren't you clever? I'm afraid I'm out of speeches. You gotta be good, I hand you that. My hat's off to you. My hat's off to all of you. Or perhaps to the universe itself. Put the gun down, Fisher. Shame. A real shame. See, I won't be able to tell you after all. No reason to with so many people around. Well, you were gonna shoot me anyway, so I don't care. Before we end our little get-together, let me ask you something. For my own sake. Aren't you curious? Don't you want to know how the gate works? No, not really. I couldn't care less. That too is something I've ever heard before. You turned out to be a real piece of shit, Spencer. Oh! Just like your dad. Oh, I knew he was gonna shoot himself. Oh, I knew he was gonna shoot himself. I knew that was gonna happen. $9:22. Oh my god, that's it? That's it? That's the whole story? Oh god, the end credits sound is the fucking alarm clock? Wait, that's it? We don't get like an epilogue? Please shut that off. Wait, it's fading. Is there an epilogue? Because I need there to be an epilogue. No way! And what do you mean the song's not coming back on? What do you think that? What do you mean the title menu song is not coming back? What? What? You know what? I kind of wish we did get an epilogue because I kind of want to see like Spencer like flying back home to see his mom. I want to know how Andrew and Ian is doing. I want to know how Kurtz is doing. Like I need to know. And yes, the little like 922 like background mode. I wonder, is there anything hidden in here that I can press? What? Next. Oh! Oh, wait. Oh, it's like different backgrounds. Oh, that's cool. Is that it? Let's see. Is there anything else hidden here that I can press? Look at that. I did it. I finished 922. This was a wild ride from start to finish, and honestly, I can see why people regard it as one of the best visual novels around. Just something about it just envelops me into its story, its writing and everything. And yes, it was indeed a mindfuck and a half, I will give it that. Jesus Christ, I mean, y'all know, I was so fucking confused with these parts. I was so confused with the way the story was set up. And I had no idea, like, what was going on. But yeah, my consensus, really amazing visual novel. I feel like more people should play this. And also, I kind of wish there was an epilogue. I really wanted there to be, like, an epilogue. But, anyway, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed watching it, you can give it a like. And subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the visual novel in the description below if you want to go play this for yourself. Although, maybe there's no point in saying that on the last part, considering it's complete. You guys already know the story now. But anyway, if you don't want to go read for yourself and support the creator, I'll leave a link to it in the description below if you want to go check it out. I'll also leave links to my Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to go support me on those platforms. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my good friend Xeno the Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You Are Mine. Please don't show your support to it, and if you do enjoy it, maybe considering giving it a rating and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those, it makes our day. And once again, thank you all so much for going with me on this journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!